shit. That was great. That was fantastic. Kids, don't try this at home. That was... Universal performance enthusiast. This is a Dodge Durango SRT overview. Another episode of UPE. So, we have a 2018 Dodge Durango SRT. You can see 392 badge right there. We have here 20-inch wheels, Brembo brakes, color's black, and these kind of dark gray powder coated wheels. The coolest thing about this SRT model is that it's the only one with the third row. Now we can go in and start by looking at the interior. So, the first thing about this vehicle is that looks like it has, is this touchscreen by the way? Okay, so same thing, Uconnect system, the Uconnect apps, heated seats, cool seats, both in the front passenger and driver. Has SXM, Sirius satellite. What else? This is for navigation. It's very similar to how the system runs in the Jeep SRT. I believe it has, what is this, performance pages, track mode, sport mode. All of the options are very, very similar, so I don't have to go through those. But let's compare the differences between the Jeep SRT and this Durango. The Jeep interior is nicer. It's a little bit more luxurious. This is a pseudo carbon fiber. This is standard, but it has a Harman Kardon sound system. Let's see what else. There's one of your tweeters. Has another tweeter on that side right there. We have a sunroof here, although the Jeep has two of them, but this is still nice. Are these heated or no? You don't know? I don't think they're heated. USB ports, two of them, one aux, 12 volt DC amp, jack. This is for changing out to different stations, and of course this is volume. And these are all your temperature controls. It's pretty standard. The SRT button, I'm not sure what this is. Oh, just it's a shortcut to the performance stuff. There's a launch mode. I guess that's a quick button for launch control. This is rather odd. I've never seen this kind of shifter knob before. It's rather unusual, but that's the shifter knob. This right here, leather stitched. We have looks like another DC volt jack in there, and that's pretty much it for that. And then just a little storage area up here. It's a nice amount of storage. What else do we have here? That's pretty much it. Push start button. We have, and that looks very similar to the Jeep's odometer. It's pretty much the same. Of course, it says SRT instead of saying the manufacturer's emblem. It just says SRT for the performance division. That's what they use now. So I can go here to the back and look at the second row. And the main difference between this vehicle and the Jeep SRT is this has a third row, the Jeep doesn't. So same thing, same setup. In the rear here you got vents for the passengers, same design, two USB ports, heated and cooled seats looks like. And then of course here we have a 115 volt AC plug. What else do we have here? There's a plug-in port. Okay, right here there's no chair. I thought that some of the Durangos come with a bench row, but I guess they don't. So these are two captain's chairs, suede. perforated leather. Well, actually, no, this is suede. Perforated for the heated and cooled seats. You have here these 2 cup holders, which, you know, hopefully somebody wouldn't step over them or step on them if they're getting back here. And here's the 3rd row. So I'm gonna step back here right quick. It's kind of small, but go ahead and sit back here. It reminds me, this is actually a little bit more space than being in that Tesla Model X. It's actually a little bit more comfortable back here. It's not bad. Here's a speaker back here. What else do we have? Here are some lights all the way in the back here. That's nice. It's good. Some more vents that you can open, adjustable vents for more air to travel. And then you have some in the 2nd row too. Oh, I missed this part. In the 2nd row, you also have some lights here, so you can look. I'm turning those on. I'm turning these on back here too. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna turn them off now. And then, of course, in the 2nd row, you also have some adjustable vents so that heat or cool air can flow down. And up here, which I missed, you have in the 2nd row adjustable controls for the 2nd row passengers, which I'm sure you can hear that right now. As I turn that knob, air is actually diverting itself to the back here. That's pretty cool. What else? Cup holders in the 3rd row on each side. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Now these seats back here, I believe, actually they're perforated too, so it may be possible that these also are heated and cooled here in the back, because normally when I see these kind of seats, it's for that reason, for letting air come through the seat. So there's different trims for the SRTs, but this one is a basic trim level with the suede. You got the, you know, SRT stitching right there. Some of these come with the Red Laguna leather package, which you've seen in Trackhogs and in Hellcats, which is nicer. But even though this doesn't have the nicer trim, it's still comfortable, and there's a decent amount of room back here. I'd have to, as an adult that's 5'10", I can fit back here pretty comfortably, much better than in that Tesla Model X. The windshield back here, sorry, the glass panel back here is a little bit larger in the 3rd row, and it's a little bit more spacious in the 3rd row, so that's good. Now we can go back and actually check this. So here's another speaker, or tweeter actually. Just the one knob for letting, you know, the windows down. That's pretty much it. This is a classic style lock back here. And what else do we have? Okay, armrest, of course, on both sides. That's good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and actually take a look at the engine bay. So, we have here, what's this thing? The engine bay right here. So, there's your belt. Everything's nice and new. What else we got here? Engine oil dipstick, diffusers box, coolant, windshield wiper fluid, standard air intake, plastic intake manifold, 392 Hemi emblem. And what else do we have here? It looks like your brake fluid goes right here separate. Of course, strut towers on each side. I believe the battery's in the back, because for Chrysler vehicles, since I've owned the Jeep SRT, the Gen 1, they usually keep the batteries in the back, so that's good. Once again, functional air scoops that were borrowed from the Hellcat. Oh, let me not forget. So it makes 475 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque, and that's 475 brake horsepower. Almost forgot that. And then one more thing. Over here, this is for your positive. It shows you right there that the positive goes there and negative goes right here. Interesting. So that's a little bit different. And then of course that's where engine oil goes. Again, functional air scoop, functional air scoop, and then you have one right here. So that's that right there. Air comes all the way in on all those sides. You know, honeycomb grill. These, like I said, are actually functional. This is functional. Air really does go in there. So, like I said, compared to the Jeep, this is rather plain. But let's give it an exhaust clip. If you don't mind, can you do an exhaust clip? Yeah, just 3 times, if you don't mind. Thanks. So, here we go for this. Exhaust clip. That was way better sounding than the Jeep SRT. I got to do a comparison. That exhaust is different. Very, very different. It sounds more muscular than the Jeep does. I don't know why, but it does. Interesting. That's going to be something to talk about. So, now that I've covered everything, and oh, I almost forgot the trunk. Let's take a look at the trunk right quick. This right here is a little spoiler. So, again, quick button to let the trunk down. Another 12-volt jack back here. So there's a couple of them located throughout the car. That's cool. These are let down foldable headrests. And these look like they are used to attach car seats to them. So that's pretty much it. This is metal trim right here. This is metal trim. And little storage space. And of course, you know, underneath here will be your spare tire as well as a couple tools, like I guess a tire iron and maybe a jack stands maybe. That's pretty much it. So now I'm going to use this button again, just like in the Jeep. Let it down. Just like that. And now the fun begins. We can go for, we're now going to go ahead and go for a drive. I'm going to mount the GoPro on the back so you can hear the exhaust, and we're going to go for a 5-minute drive right quick so we can compare that to the Jeep. So, I'm going to go ahead and mount this GoPro right here on the rear so that we can catch every exhaust sound as I'm driving. So yeah, this sounds very different compared to the Jeep. I'm going to pause the video for a second. And that's the exhaust from the 6.4 liter 392. Very cool, huh? Holy shit. That was great. That was fantastic. Kids, don't try this at home. That was fucking insane. I'm sorry, I gotta edit my cursing out. That was great, dude. That was the best part of the video. Fantastic. 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 Wow. 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 That was great. Like, share, subscribe, and thank this dude for coming up with some really clever stuff. That was clever. That was fantastic. Wow. That was great. Wow. This vehicle sounds way better. The exhaust sounds way better than the exhaust on the Jeep. I don't know why, but it does. That was great footage. That was excellent. Wow, man. Really impressive stuff. My goodness. I guess this is an aftermarket exhaust. I don't know. That was great. So now, getting out here. And I'm gonna let this back down, and we'll just go for a quick, I guess 2-minute drive, and that's the end. That was insane, dude. I gotta send you the video. That was insane. I've never even done nothing like that before. That was insane. Wow. Okay, just I guess on the street here. Let me see what my battery is. In 1 second. That was really creative. That was cool. If you don't mind, can you hold this? Thanks. Hopefully my battery doesn't die. Oh, the key. So you'll just be in the passenger seat, I guess, while the camera's going. Alright, so this is the last part of the video. As you all know how I do my videos, I always do a quick drive just to give my impressions on the comparison between a couple of different performance vehicles, cars and SUVs or pickup trucks. So we're gonna start it right quick. Foot on the brake, start. Very quiet in here. It's almost the what am I trying to say? Because I'm still kind of shaking, excited about what just happened. Backup camera, of course, has your standard lane guidance. Has paddle shifters, of course. Typical stuff. I remember the Jeep actually came with self-parking, which is pretty cool.